up, guys? FSC Speed Shop. We're out here in Missouri, a little south of St. Louis, and the plan was we were going to be chasing the 4014 Union Pacific Big Boy today, but I messed up the dates. See, today is Sunday and it's being displayed in St. Louis, not going anywhere today. But tomorrow we'll be running from St. Louis heading south. So tomorrow we're going to try to get some shots of it going down the railroad, but today we're just going to go up there to St. Louis to see it. So we're in a different campground, got about an hour and 15-minute ride, so we're going to head and fire up the bikes and head on north to go check it out. So with that, let's get and fire them up, take you along. Well, all right, boys and girls, that didn't exactly work out for us, did it? Time for plan B. Well, alrighty, boys and girls, after a little parking scenario, had to pay up their Union Station, no big deal. I don't think they really meant people to come through here because this is like the fastest route. I was trying to explain to Matt, if you think about it, they probably didn't mean people coming from the parking lot over by the stadiums to have crowds of people come to the rail yard. But nonetheless, here we are. There it is. So now we just got to figure out how to get from this parking lot underneath the freeway to over there. I think we went the wrong way.
Right there, it says Schenectady, where Schenectady is in New York.
I just noticed 30 minutes. I know, I took a bunch of pictures.
Okay.
Right here.
Two things, one I'm filming and two
Hey, babe, well, there it is. Of course, there's a whole throng of humanity over here, so we're not going to get much when it comes to pictures or anything else, but hopefully tomorrow we'll actually get some reasonable shots going down the track or somewhere. We'll play the chase car game. Not like we don't do that with our own stuff. It's just a little bit bigger than Orwell, just a little bit. A lot bit.
It's this way, guys.
Turn around.
It's this way.
Look at Mr. Sterling. Look at Mr. Sterling.
I just noticed something on the backup diesel they use over here. Obviously the numbers, but I just noticed this right here. Check this out.
Those are ID tags for guys working on the engine right now.
Oh, kind of like a tag in, tag out.
What's the brass hammer for right there?
Idiots like us.
Yeah, beat
Oh,
people
part of
off.
crowd control?
You get 3 questions and then bonk bonk.
Oh, is that what it is?
How you get a
You
guy
get 3 questions, then you get the hammer.
There's more.
He's that good.
It's not the only one.
See the ladder right there?
He's like, sorry.
Hey Matt, I just noticed it's already in a slight curve. Look.
You can see the articulation on the front section from here.
All right, we're waiting for 30 minutes. I'd love to have a locomotive in the background. All right.
Did you get my letter? All right.
Nathan! Say hi to Mr. Ted! Why is he? Yeah. We saw you yesterday at Chester and it was a circus.
Were you there?
Yeah, we gave up and went and sat on the hill up above and just watched it go by.
Oh, okay.
What do you have in there? What do you have in there?
What do we have?
Nathan, no. No, buddy, don't grab the tape. Don't grab the tape. Nathan, come here. Look, watch him. Watch Mr. Austin's working. You want to watch him? Ellen is here. She dug out her old shirt. She still got her old crew shirt.
Yeah?
Mine don't fit no more. I still got it. I still got the vest. I still got the ID tag.
Okay.
They're just all home.
I've still got Little Rock Express shirts. I've got them all.
Yeah.
All those Daylight Dave shirts.
Yes.
And Bruce over there. Yeah. I heard of them first.
I thought that was... Who's funding all this? Union Pacific?
Yeah, and the shareholders. Yeah, this is all in-house. This isn't a bake sale. We don't sell cookies.
That's the cool thing about it.
So right? Hey, go with God.
I know in the car.
Back the deal. Go with God.
Do you know about the
These were built in two separate sets. This came from the first series. The 68 is the size of the drive wheel, 68 inch.
They're not owned by a major line company, so they can't run on the main.
What's the purpose to keep it hot or steaming? I hear it still. Why do they keep it that way when it's sitting here all day?
It's hard to change the temperature of the boiler all the time. It stresses the metal.
Oh, okay.
They keep the metal hot.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Cool.
When it's cold for a long time.
Okay, so they're not going to cycle it much.
Right.
Makes sense. Got it. Thank you. If you could, sir, I know you said it a little bit ago. If you could, what are the numbers all on the bottom here? Obviously 4884, but what's the rest of it?
There's 25 of them. They're built in 2 groups from the first group.
Okay.
68-inch high drivers. That's the piston diameter and the stroke. So bore and stroke.
Okay.
540,000 pounds just on the drive wheel.
Wow.
I don't know what that is.
No.
Means this side's up.
Yeah.
All right, big man. Thanks for answering my question. Thank you.
I'm the only one. I do.
Got no more.
Now, I've often wondered why there's a star design like in the nuts, but as I look closely, there's like a metal keeper. It's vertically right there. I guess it's another way to lock the nut from spinning off. I always thought it was just a cool looking design, but no, there is a purpose for that. I figured I'd point that out to you quick.
That's what drove the industrial revolution. Not necessarily steam locomotives.
Oh, another thing I noticed was the self-lubricator. This one has a little rod and linkage set up to it, where on the back I just showed you has that motorcycle chain. It doesn't spin like you think. It simply rocks back and forth, but it's a better way to link it. Somebody was explaining earlier that back in the 50s, that one broke, and that was like the fix for it. This one's still original, so we'll keep it that way until it breaks. But I did notice the length of the rods might be different, so maybe the length of it is why they failed. Yeah, just little details I've noticed that I've tried to point out.
I used to post them on one channel, but that channel kind of turned into a trucking channel. So I gotta So I kind of have to reskin it. I think I'm gonna reskin it.
It's roughly 130 degrees up here on a good hot afternoon.
Well, since you said earlier we got 3 cracks before getting hit in the head, I got one more left. The linkage that goes all the way to the front, what is that for?
Which one?
It has it drops down in the center, and it has like a linkage down here, and it drops.
That's the throttle.
That's the throttle?
That's the throttle.
Okay.
Throttle's all the way up in the front.
Oh.
Yeah, it starts on the top of the cab, goes down to another link, and then forward from there. That's your throttle?
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
The reason why it's up there. The reason it's up there is because these engines have front end throttles. I don't know if you've seen video of Blue Peter.
Of what?
The English engine Blue Peter.
No, I've not.
Had the accident in '91. One of the most painful pieces of YouTube footage you'll ever see. When we were on the ESC, we had somebody from the national board who decided they were going to make a fuss about superheaters being separately fired pressure vessels. You had the valve gear in mid with long travel, long lap valves, and you didn't quite have the throttle crank. They said, you know, you could get water carryover in the superheater. Close the throttle, steam would evaporate in there, blow up, so you had to put a separate safety valve on the superheater element, which of course doesn't work very well.
Okay.
But they hadn't realized that all these modern engines that have American multiple front end throttles on them have the superheater connecting through to the drive pipe.
Okay.
There is no throttle. It's just the bell mouth and the water separator comes down, goes through the elements. And the various elements go to the poppets and the front end throttle up where the superheater header is. And then they go from the superheater header down to the cylinders and out to the distribution.
Okay.
So that's why that's all the way up forward there. They can't have a dome throttle.
Okay.
There were some engines built with boats for that night walking.
That makes sense.
But that's why it's all the way up there. Now, what they did very shortly after is they introduced the system that's on, we're going to put on 5550.
Okay.
Which is the Franklin version of the Throttle Master air throttle.
Okay.
You're familiar with the way these reverses work?
Yeah.
Well, when Franklin decided that they would build for engines that had large, long linkages that need to be precisely aligned, is that they would take a version of this servo action and apply it to the throttle linkage.
Okay.
And the grapevine throttle in the T1 is not connected to anything with a hard linkage.
Okay.
It runs an air servo valve. It actually runs the differential linkages in the cam box.
Okay.
And a lot of engines were being equipped with air throttles toward the end of the, in the late 40s before it all came to an end real fast.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Getting ready to tell us something.
Hello everybody, just to let you know the display will be closing around 4. We're not going to chase you out of here, but if you do need golf cart shuttling, that'll end at about 4 o'clock. So if you need to make if you need a ride in the golf cart, make plans to do that before 4 o'clock, please.
I refuse. Tender. I bet that Amtrak feels real honored right now, or whatever that is.